What is the history of civil service exams in the US? Imagine a time when government jobs were handed out based on who you knew rather than what you could do. That was the reality in the early days of the United States. Back then, most federal positions were filled through what was called the spoils system. Politicians rewarded supporters with jobs, which often led to corruption and inefficiency. Some early efforts tried to change this, like a law in 1853 that introduced oral exams for clerks, but these were not widely enforced or effective. The real turning point came with the Pendleton Civil Service Reform Act of 1883. This law was created after public outrage over corruption and the assassination of President James Garfield by a disgruntled office seeker. The act set up the United States Civil Service Commission and introduced competitive exams for many government jobs. Now, applicants had to show their skills and knowledge through standardized tests. This meant hiring was based on ability, not political connections. The law also made it illegal to fire civil servants for political reasons and banned mandatory political contributions from government workers. The Civil Service Commission was responsible for creating and managing these exams, making sure they were fair across different states. Over time, more jobs were added to the merit system, especially when outgoing presidents would add civil service jobs to protect their appointees. Moving into the early 20th century, reforms like the Lloyd-La Follette Act of 1912 allowed federal workers to join unions and protected them from unfair dismissal. Veterans also received hiring preferences, and retirement benefits improved. In 1949, the Classification Act standardized job titles and pay grades across the federal government, creating what is now called the General Schedule System. By the 1950s, about 80% of federal employees were covered by the merit system. Then in 1978, the Civil Service Reform Act replaced the Civil Service Commission with new agencies like the Office of Personnel Management, the Merit Systems Protection Board, and the Federal Labor Relations Authority. These agencies continue to oversee fair hiring practices and protect workers from political interference. Understanding this history helps explain why civil service exams exist today. They are designed to select candidates based on skills and knowledge, not political ties. These exams vary depending on the job and agency, but generally test your relevant skills and sometimes physical fitness. Knowing how the system evolved can motivate you to prepare thoroughly, as you are part of a long tradition of fair and competitive hiring. Civil service exams have transformed from a system of favoritism into a way to build a professional, stable workforce that serves the public.